All right, it's been a while since I've made a segment. I did no prep work for this, and I'm entirely winging it. This is Destiny. Apparently, he's got some shit going on. I thought that since I don't really talk about Destiny like at all on this channel, we could just do a little bit of a deep dive of sorts. Look at who Destiny is, what he's about, and what's going on lately that's got him in some hot water. So I thought we'd start with one of the things that really helped Destiny blow up, his debate with JonTron, where he kind of outed JonTron as completely an anti-Semite. Like, JonTron did like Nazi apology. It was really bad. And nobody knew this at the time because JonTron was such like a beloved personality up there with the likes of Game Grumps and shit. And so he just like opened his fat fucking mouth and said this shit. And people were like, what the f. So I just thought I'd pull up a little clip just to give us a taste.
Do with them being Mexicans, then why is it so important that whites remain the majority in the United States? What is it about being white that's so important?
Look,
Isn't Destiny a girl's name? Isn't Cringe stupid name?
actually not making the argument that whites should remain the majority in the United States. I'm simply arguing that it's clear that whites are not allowed to speak up against their demographic oblivion. I mean,
it's not oblivion. There is no oblivion. Nobody is walking around killing all the white people.
Says you.
I'm sorry, wait, did I miss the stories where all of these white people are being killed in hordes by Mexicans and black people?
They're not being killed, man, but they're being displaced. I mean, if you...
What do you mean by...
It's so weird to hear his voice say these things, because I have such good, fond memories of JonTron.
You are the same guy who says that Europeans displace the Native Americans. That's your argument. That's your go-to argument. Oh, you're not a Native American, then you can never be a true American. But apparently, when other people do it to white Americans, it's okay.
I don't know why JonTron thought, like, yeah, I'll definitely dip my toes in politics now. You know, I'm a successful video game boy. You know, I cover slop content, like dumb DVDs and shit. Like, he could have had it made, man. He could have still been relevant to this day with a beloved, with an audience that loves him, you know? And it just, he just fumbled the bag. Like, what the f, man? And he did the whole, like, COVID denialism shit. It was bad. Isn't he still posting? I'm pretty sure. When was the last time JonTron posted? Let's take a look. I think that's enough of that video anyhow. Even since that debate, he's had good videos. Yeah, 7 months ago, Animorphs, 9 months ago, 10 months ago, 1 year. So he's fallen off a little bit. But he's still got 6.47 million subscribers. This video has 2.9 million views. And it's not bad content. It's really not. Literally. This is a rare instance of somebody who has conservative ideals actually making decent content. I think that some of his jokes lately have been shitty, but let's take a look.
Literature for the youth, a staple of the American spirit going back decades upon decades. Whether you grew up with the Hardy Boys, Goosebumps, or Captain Underpants, you know the profound effect these classics had on the course of our lives. But one series...
Oh no, wait.
Underpants. You know the profound effect these classics...
Dog. Oh my god. Goosebumps covers look AI generated. Why does it look AI generated? I know that it's not. My brain's broken.
Had on the course of our lives. But one series towers above the rest. One that to this day is still inspiring memes based on its iconic book covers. And that title goes to no other than Animorphs. On the face of it, it's easy to understand why it appealed to so many young readers.
You guys get the idea. Like, his videos are actually pretty high quality stuff. But this isn't about JonTron. This is about Destiny. So Destiny kind of popped off with that. He was pretty, from what I understand, he was like kind of popular before that, but that really helped boost his popularity a little bit. We hop forward a fat minute. I think Vosh and Destiny like had some kind of debate. What Destiny really liked doing was like the dude bro shit. What is it called? The manosphere. Like, he went on these podcasts. Is this one? I think this is one. The Lex Friedman podcast.
Can I talk to you about relationships?
Yeah,
we already have, so.
Yeah, I know, but more generally speaking,
yeah, like they got the token girl, the token hot chick that sits.
Relationships.
Yeah,
we already have.
Unless I'm being sexist, she might actually be like a respected personality. But like, you know how these dude bros always have like token hot chicks.
Hope so.
Yeah, I know, but more generally speaking, we didn't get a chance to talk.
You skipped multiple arcs? I'm sorry. Okay, if you tell me what I skipped and it's important, I'll go back to it.
About the red pill community.
Oh, sure.
Well, first of all, what is the red pill community, the manosphere in general? I'd love to get both of your opinions on this.
Sure.
I know you're probably not as...
Okay, so he is asking for the girl's opinion. Okay, so she's not I'm just being sexist. She's not like Why do I have 62 people watching me? I haven't streamed in over a week. What the f are you guys doing? Go watch somebody... I shouldn't say go watch somebody more interesting, but that is sometimes how I feel. It is cool that we have that many people in here. That's big numbers for me. Big numbers.
Opinionated on that whole.
Do you think I am that? Like,
Depends.
probably not as you, like as much as you, but I do have opinions. And stuff.
You do? Okay.
I usually don't like speak out too much on it because I feel like there's like a language barrier. So that's why I don't really do politics because this is my second language. Yeah.
That's right. You have
My
to know
mistake.
A little bit like
Thank you,
know
no
how to
justice for the raid.
have
Go
to
follow no
use
justice.
derogatory terms every other sentence.
Yeah.
So they understand you, right?
Exactly. And
As-
like,
I
as
don't know anything about that.
but
Steven
also
and I
you need
talked
like a
about-
good like you need to be able to like speak really well for people to take.
Anyway, you guys get the idea. He went on a lot of these podcasts, talked about like the red pill community, incel shit, you know, all that good stuff. Dude bro shit. Is there something that covers Destiny and Hassan split? Might be a good point to cover. That's a good point. You know what? Good point. Let's look at Destiny's like Hassan hatred arc. I know that he and Ethan Klein have been kind of bouncing off of each other because both of them have a stick up their ass against Hassan. A very comprehensive summary of events leading to the Destiny Hassan breakup. Sounds like a fucking yaoi comic. Cool. This is long. 2 weeks ago, around June 26th, when was this posted? 6 years ago. So this beef goes back 6 years. Oh, this is an r/Destiny. He's gonna like shit on Hassan, isn't he? Let's look at the TLDR. This split is not due to a difference in opinion or the booty judge equals homophobia, like some would have you believe. Destiny got fed up with being ad-hommed for the past year by Hassan. Yeah, see, this is no. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Hasanabi versus Destiny, tracing the origins of political commentators' long-running feud. Okay, Destiny, Hasanabi, biggest political pundits on Kick and Twitch, respectively, with substantial followings across various platforms. The two share similarities in their political ideologies, with both being left-leaning and also sharing a somewhat pleasant past acquaintance. Stephen had humble beginnings. Yes, I think Stephen Bonnell was like the oldest of these. He's like the prototype for all leftist streamers, unfortunately. Began delivering political commentary and moderating debates with other internet personalities. He had widely covered right-wing politics on YouTube, frequently opposing extreme right and left-wing beliefs. Stephen described himself as an omni-liberal, which is someone who believes in the essential ideals of liberalism while seeking to apply the best aspects of various other ideologies pragmatically. This reads to me as I'm calling myself a liberal, but why can't I highlight it? Thanks, website. This reads to me as like I'm identifying as a liberal, but like not really. I can actually just like say whatever the fuck I want and put it under the umbrella of I'm an omni-liberal. Stupid. Hassan, on the other hand, started by interning for the Young Turks, which is a progressive news show and network co-founded by his uncle. He started working for the organization in 2013 and only quit in 2020. He started streaming in 2018 while working at TYT. By 2020, he had established himself in a respectful position on Twitch, with him being politically left-leaning and popularly identified as a progressive leftist and democratic socialist. I don't think he calls himself a democratic socialist. That's different. He's just like a socialist. He calls himself a communist sometimes, though notably not an anarchist. I also have a stick up my ass against Hassan. That's your deal. I don't care. I like Hassan. I think that the work he does is good for the most part. I have my issues with him, but it would be really stupid to rail against him at this point in time. Let's just say that. Could there be a point in the future where I do? Sure. But I think that right now that would be very disadvantageous. The work that he's doing is simply too important. He is the most popular political streamer other than Asmongold. Let that sink in. Other than Asmongold on Twitch, okay? So if it's between Twitch and Hassan, I'll take Hassan 10 times out of 10. Did I say Twitch and... It's Asmongold and Hassan, sorry. Destiny might be a monster, but when it comes to his debating skills and political beliefs, him a lot more believable than Hassan, who just seems so junk foody and sloppy with his content. Yeah, but that's part of the appeal. No, I take issue with this. Hassan knows that he's junk foody with his content. He knows that. He's self-aware about that. That's the point. Why do you think he's as popular as he is? What do you think I do? Of course I'm junk foody with my content. It's entertaining. I'm willing to ignore Hassan for now. There's worse people out there right now. Listen, it's fine if you don't like him. I'm not saying that you have to like him. What I am saying is that he is objectively doing more good than he is bad at this point in time. And I think that's important to recognize. All right, in 2019, things between the two soured as Stephen called out Hasanabi, claiming he was spreading misleading information about Kamala Harris. This was after Hasanabi had made a video based on a thread on X, which was debunked by Steven in a live stream. Another aspect that caused their fallout was when Steven called Hassan out for homophobic comments. I still don't know how I feel about the booty judge comments. I don't know if I would call it necessarily homophobic with those comments, Maybe it is. I'm not sure. Wait, is Pete Buttigieg gay? Oh, whoa. Holy shit. Wait, those comments are super homophobic. Wait, what the fuck? No way. Oh, because he said Pete Buttigieg? I call him Pete Buttchug. Who cares? If you think that, okay, if you think that it's homophobic for me to call Pete Buttigieg Pete Buttchug just because he happens to be gay, I'm not calling him that because he's gay. I'm calling him that because he sucks. And it's funny. Pete Buttchug. It's hilarious. Hassan seemed to burn bridges with Steven as the two engaged in a heated argument on X about the same. Love to see the dude I defended for his past and ongoing gamer moments numerous times to journalists, friends, and even political campaigns flip on a dime and tried to claim I'm being homophobic for saying booty judge. Very cool. Yeah, see, this is the thing. I think this article is more correct than the Reddit post was. Like, Steven was the one who propagated this drama between them. The history with us is that me and Hassan were friends a long time ago. I still like Hassan. Hassan hates me. I just don't believe you. To this, Hassan replied, that is a total bullshit point that even people that you haven't banned in your subreddit call you out for, okay? You don't like Hassan still. You just say that. After further arguments about whether Destiny truly does quote-unquote like Hassan, the two then discussed the true reason behind their feud. Hassan continued, Destiny helped me a lot initially in bringing me into Twitch. When I first got on Twitch, I linked up with Destiny. His community was very welcoming, as they usually are with people that Destiny fawned to or has a fondness for. And then we had a falling out over a Kamala Harris. Steven then interrupted the streamer and continued on his behalf. So Hassan likes to make YouTube videos where he covers candidates where what he does is find a Twitter thread, which is one of those, quote, epic debunking write-ups on the candidate. You basically read the Twitter thread down for a video. I did some more research on the positions, and we tried to have a discussion about it, and Hassan lost his mind. See, like, look. Compare what Hassan said here to what fucking Destiny said. Like, Destiny is, like, trying to play all innocent, uwu, like, small bean here. He's just a small bean. Booty Judge is just so an uncanny name. I'm sorry, I can't care what someone makes out of it. It's just not homophobic. If you actually look at Hassan and say, you're a homophobe, you're insane. You're insane. You've lost the plot. Hassan is many things. He is not a homophobe. That's insane. Give him a little bit of goddamn charitability. Hassan then talked about how he lost his mind due to Destiny trying to defend certain policies by politician Kamala Harris, which Hassan disagreed with. However, Hassan stated that this was not the only reason for his anger, pointing out Destiny's mannerisms. The thing I hate is this debate lord mentality on the internet. I think it manifests it cultivates a really toxic mentality where, like, you literally cannot have a conversation with another person who has even remotely a different position than you do. It's just frustrating to constantly butt heads with someone and then have his community come into mine, a much larger community, come into mine and clip shit and try to continue the toxicity. Yeah, Destiny's community, like, they literally run livestream fails, LSF. These comments I really don't care about from Hassan. I'm just trying to get a history, man. Since then, Destiny and Hasanabi have butted heads over multiple topics. One of the most notable rows between the two was in 2021 on the usage of the G slur, which is typically offensive for Cubans, as well as the usage of the racially motivated word cracker. While Hassan it's so funny that they censored cracker. Come on. While Hassan believes it to not be an offensive term, Destiny disagrees. No, not cracker. I have the C pass. It doesn't get much wider than me, so I get to say it. If I can't say it, nobody can say it. I'm giving the C pass to Hassan. The two also argued in 2023 over the Kai Cenat New York giveaway riot. Steven seemed to compare Hasanabi with Andrew Tate. He stated that the two are similar as, according to Steven, they both share a luxurious lifestyle while stating that they hate liberalism. That's insane. Like, Destiny saying, compare it with the hard R, yes. Comparing Hassan to Andrew Tate is insane. Hassan literally debated them. He literally went on and, like, shit on him. Like, that's crazy. That part is kind of true. I just don't agree. Comparing Hassan Piker with Andrew Tate is insane. That's insane. You've lost the plot.
You're a socialist but have money?
That is true. Yeah. Thank you for the 100 biddies. I have money because of you. Thank you. You are making me less and less socialist with every donation. Most recently, on January 17, 2024, Destiny called Hassan a cringe LARPing loser after the latter asked a Houthi pirate in an interview if he knew about the popular anime series One Piece, which features pirates as the main characters. I don't know about this. I've heard both things, that it was a Houthi pirate, that it wasn't a Houthi pirate, it was just some random teenager. But, like, yeah, sure, let's take this at face value. Okay, little cringe, granted. Like, you have a Houthi pirate on there and you're asking him about goddamn One Piece.
I was saying that was Destiny's argument against Tate. You live a luxurious lifestyle?
Oh, I see. So what if he does? Like, let's say that Hassan owns a private jet. What does that change about anything that he's saying? Obviously, owning a private jet would diminish my opinion of him as a person. I think that that's gratuitous. I think if you're going to take a private jet somewhere, you can rent one. Even if he owned a private jet, that doesn't mean anything that he's saying is wrong. If your political opinions change based upon whether or not Hassan Piker owns a large house, your political opinion is garbage. It's garbage, and it's not worth anything because it can change on a dime like that. Like, oh, your favorite streamer buys a big house and now
the
suddenly
private
you
jet
don't
one is a
believe
bit
that
hypocritical
the
in the
deserve
sense
rights?
of climate change, but that's about it.
Yeah, hypocritical, yes. I'm not saying it's not hypocritical. It would be extraordinarily hypocritical of Hassan Piker to buy a private jet. It would. And it would diminish my opinion of him as a person. It would. But that wouldn't make anything that he's saying wrong. And also, because of the things he's saying, I'm inclined to believe that he wouldn't do that. The guy has called himself a soldier and has posted very anti-Semitic things. Hassan is also a supporter of the Houthis, who have committed tons of human rights abuses. The Houthis are fighting against Israel, okay? Like, anything is better than Israel right now. I just can't be convinced to care. So yeah, that's about the summary of Destiny versus Hassan. Now, let's get to the actual meat and potatoes here and talk about what's going on with him as of late. Okay, so basically what seems to be going on with him, if I have this right, and feel free, the Houthis are fighting Israel. This is the latest news. Israel strikes Yemen after Houthis fire a new type of missile. So there is some kind of tension between the Houthis and Israel. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not educated enough on it. I know what Hassan's project is. I know what his project is. His project is anti-Israel. Therefore, I am in favor of it. If he fucks up a little bit along the way, it happens. We're not perfect. But this is what I mean by give the guy a little bit of charitability and understand what he's trying to do. If you have critiques about it, that's fine. But to sit here and say Hassan Piker supports terrorism is moronic. It's dishonest.
From what I understand with the Houthi thing is that Hassan treats the Houthis as an enemy of an enemy and defends them only insofar as them and even Hamas prevent the genocide.
Exactly, yeah. Thank you for another 100 biddies. Yeah, it's like Hassan has been quoted as saying, I would vote for Hamas over the liberals. And in terms of Israel, yeah, he's right. He's correct to say that. In terms of Israel, he is correct to say that because Israel is committing a genocide. The American liberal establishment has supported it in various ways. Hamas is directly fighting against it. You know, regardless of whatever else they believe, that is their primary project. So he's right in that regard. Okay, all that aside, let's talk about what Destiny is doing as of late. What did Destiny do? Streamer accused of sending sexual texts to a 17-year-old in viral screenshots. Destiny, a prominent streamer, faces accusations of exchanging sexually explicit messages with someone known as Rose, who was allegedly a minor at the time. Screenshots from Destiny's chat room and Discord conversations have surfaced, sparking intense debate online. Destiny responded by claiming Rose had misrepresented her age as 19 during their interactions, igniting a firestorm of reactions within the streaming community. Of course he is. Hamas believes in religious extremism and things like abortion rights, LGBTQ rights, and other civil rights to be gone if Hamas won over liberals. You're not understanding the point. In terms of the genocide, the very clear and open genocide that is happening over there, Hamas is simply on the correct side of it, okay? Hamas is on the correct side of that particular issue. That is what Hassan means when he says that. This is what I mean. Nobody gives him charitability. They hear that he'll vote for Hamas over a liberal, and they're like, oh, you must be homophobic. You must hate Jews. No! There's a genocide happening. That's what he's trying to get at. One, between the liberals and Hamas, one of them's fighting the genocide and the other supporting it. That's just the facts. I feel like one should deserve to get a little luxurious house. That'd be nice. I like my house. I don't need a big giant house. I'd like a little more space than I have. Just because like it was fine at first, but now the more shit that I gather and like I've noticed that like with my crocheting habits, I just don't have as much room as I used to. I'm running out of space to pile things up on my walls. So a little bit more space would be nice, but you know, just a little bit more. I don't need like a giant luxurious house. I'm glad that Katie decided for us to go with the 2-story townhouse, whatever it's called, as opposed to the flat. It's a little bit smaller per room, but I think that the 2 floors is worth it. Hassan made me cringe the way he gave away the chance to explain socialism to Ethan Klein just to become his enemy was just so painful and didn't seem sincere, but like a conscious choice. His breakup with Ethan Klein was, I don't know exactly how it went down, but my understanding of it is that Ethan Klein is primarily at fault. And post-breakup, for like a year, Hassan was trying to say, like, don't shit on Ethan. Don't go over to Ethan's stream or podcast or whatever and shit on him. Don't do it. He's still a good guy. I still like him.
I have a question for chatters like that. if we had a trolley problem to save 2.1 million lives but to make life very slightly harder for LGBTQ folk and women, would you choose it? Because that's what Hamas is doing, considering the Middle East isn't all that progressive, unfortunately.
And follow up, if not supporting the LGBTQ as a non-starter. If we thought that was a deal breaker, why not glass the entire planet since no country is fully in support? Yeah, like, it's silly. It's you're ignoring the broader point. The broader point is there is a genocide occurring, okay? Israel is killing gay people as well. There are gay people and trans people that exist in Gaza, okay? I don't think they're there in Hamas. They might be, I don't know. But in Gaza, certainly. And Israel's nuking them, okay? Practically. Might as well be. Destiny seems so much like paid by Israel, it's the worst thing watching him. Yeah, it's not great. Hamas doesn't care about Palestinian citizens. There are tons of Palestinians who have protested against Hamas, and most of them want a two-state solution. All of that's beside the point. Like, Hassan advocates for an end to the genocide. Therefore, he is my ally in that circumstance on that issue. On most issues, to be clear, but also on that one. Destiny is not. Destiny was very much a Zionist. I think that he finally did turn the page on that recently, but up until recently, he was fully in support of Israel, and that's shitty. So let's get back to him. Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II, better known as Destiny, has become the center of controversy after serious allegations emerged online. The popular streamer and political commentator is being accused of sharing sexually explicit messages with an individual identified as Rose, who was allegedly 17 at the time of their interactions. Destiny accused of explicit chat with alleged 17-year-old. On August 20th, 2025, Kick streamer JSTLK shared screenshots from Destiny's own chat room that appeared to show him referencing Rose while taunting critics. In the leaked posts, Destiny dismissed concerns that he was, quote, hiding stuff, and even mentioned details about Rose's college, with which many claimed could have led to her being doxxed. For those wondering how the information about Destiny's underage sexting partner was found today, look no further than the omni-liberal himself. In May, he decided to taunt his Kiwi Farms thread openly while providing additional private information to them. Logs read bottom up. Okay. It's funny because they think I'm hiding stuff about Rose since she's underage. The only reason I haven't actually mentioned much about her is because I know it makes those R words dig harder. If they want more to go on, it's a link of some kind. She went to blank college. Good luck. Oh, okay, so he's just straight up doxing her. That's cool. My take on Destiny is that he's an amazing debater, but goddamn, he's a massive creep, rape victim blamer, and admitted on stream to being abusive to ex-wife. I wish we had someone with his debating ability, but without the disgusting freakness. I feel like his debate abilities have been, like, overblown. Like, I've watched him debate. He knows what he's talking about. He's like a well of knowledge. But that's about, like, and he talks fast, but that's about as far as it goes. I don't think that he's, like, this master wordsmith that everybody makes him out to be. He's, like, kind of smarmy. I don't think he's that likable. To be a good debater in today's political atmosphere, you have to be likable. He's not that likable, in my opinion. I think he's edgy, which can pull some people over, but, like, the audience you're going to pull over as a result of that is typically not very good people. That's just my opinion. You know, he was a better debater when everyone else sucked at debate. Yeah, that's a good point. There was a point in time when, like, internet debate culture was very unrefined, and people were just kind of throwing shit at the wall to see what stuck. I think Vosh came along and helped fix that, even though he no longer debates. And, you know, I don't really want to at any point soon in the future. A few others that I can think of. I know when Merrick was doing debates, she was, like, really good at them. I've actually reached out to Merrick before for, like, debate critique. She's so smart. If you guys don't know who Merrick is, she's I think primarily a sex worker. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think she's primarily a sex worker. Also a political commentator. She was invited to the fundraiser. Something must have happened. She never got back to me, so. But she's great. You should go follow her. Merrick. May also be known as Merrick DeVille. Anyway, all that's to say, she was a great debater. I think that actual Jake has a very unique style of debate. I think that it's a lot less information-based and a lot more catered to the current environment of debate, where it's like you have just enough info and knowledge to just completely shit on your debate opponent when it becomes clear that they have no idea what the talking about, which I think that is the way to go. I think that actual Jake, if you're going to debate, go watch his debates and learn from him. I think that he even does a better job than I do. I know that's not saying much, but I think that people like my debates because I get so heated, but I think I get too heated sometimes. I think I need to dial it back if I ever do it again. Jake is very good at laughing his enemy down to size. Anyway, let's get back to this. So Destiny tries to dox this girl. He says the casual tone of his remarks only fueled speculation. Critics argued that his comments revealed not only recklessness, but also a pattern of minimizing accusations against him. Alleged Discord conversations between Destiny and Rose gained traction. Later that same day, additional screenshots circulated online, this time allegedly from Discord, shared by user at Queen in Yellow. The messages appear to show explicit exchanges between Destiny and Rose dating back to 2022. The screenshots, if accurate, included sexual references and raised alarms because of Rose's reported age at the time. These messages spread rapidly across X and Reddit, with fans and critics dissecting their authenticity. Some pointed out that dates and usernames seemed consistent with Destiny's past accounts, while others cautioned against drawing conclusions without verified sources. Destiny responds, "She told me she was 19. As the story, which, by the way, like, how old was Destiny at that point? 36? Dog, 34-year-old messaging a 19-year-old? Dog, that's still weird. No, I don't care. That's still weird. That's still weird. Like that's weird. If I'm interested in a girl, if I find her attractive and then I find out she's 19, what goes on in my brain...
DiCaprio moment.
Thank you for another 100 bits. What goes on in my brain is that I'm thinking, oh, this girl, this like young teenager, not young teenager, that would be like 13, 14, but you get my point. This young girl basically is still in college. I graduated college like 8 years ago. We're just at such different points in our lives, and her brain isn't like fully developed like mine is yet. And like, what are you gonna do together? Like, what are you gonna talk about? What does Stephen Bonnell have in common with a 19-year-old e-girl? Like, what could they possibly bond over? It just, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. But it would be legal. Like, if she were 19, it would have at least been legal, but it's still weird. Let's see the messages. One boy in all the world. I don't know. I haven't dug into it all at all, but she told me she was 19, and there are logs confirming as much. If she was ever underage, then I expect all of them will be running to that solo guy, because he was recording 60 gigabytes plus of porn with her, lol w. Anyway, she was underage while sending you the vast majority of that stuff, and from what I've heard from her, you were pretty negligent about confirming her age, even asking for ID at one point on Twitter, then saying it was okay / a joke. That's pretty weird considering that she told me she was of age, was selling NSFW material to people, but okay. I mean, it's an important distinction. Like, do we know if he was convinced that she was 19? I don't like him, but I'd like to get the details down here. Like, do we have confirmation that he knew she was 17? Or did she lie to him? Why is he talking to a 19-year-old? Yes, that is a major point here as well. Like, a 34-year-old man should not be talking to a 19-year-old woman in a romantic capacity. That's just my opinion. I think that if you want my honest opinion, the age of consent should be like 20. It should be 20. I just don't think that 18 is an appropriate age of consent anymore. I think that is like the bare minimum age that like it should be even considerably allowed. You know what I mean?
Bro was buying this stuff from a 19-year-old by the way he paid for it, just to be clear by what those DMS imply.
Yeah, thank you for another 100 bits. It's technically legal to purchase NSFW material from a 19-year-old, okay? It's technically legal. But at the same time, I'm just like, you couldn't find somebody like a little older? Like, come on. Come on, man. It's weird. But 17 is literally illegal and criminal and immoral, and you are taking advantage of a child if she was 17, okay? That's a big 2-year gap right there. It's a big fucking deal. I think age of consent should be 25 with plenty of Romeo and Juliet style laws. Yeah, like that's my thing. There should be like a sliding scale, right? Like, if you have somebody who's 17 together with somebody who's 19, are you really going to call the 19-year-old a pedophile? No, like, they're, like, 17 and 19, I feel like, depending on the circumstances, it's fine. But, like, once you hit 19 and, like, 38, or 34 in Steven's case, like, come on. That's a little much. That's a little much. But according to the evidence that we have, apparently she was 17. But let's see if we can dig a little deeper. 17 is start of high school, 19 is end of high school for me.
It ironically reminds me of the Mr. Girl debate where Versus said that Americans are obsessed with the barely legal tab and how disgusting that is.
Yeah, like it is gross. It's like, oh, barely legal teenager, 18, just turned 18, by the way. Girl gets surprised for her 18th birthday. Young teenage girl. Like, you get my point. Coming from a country where the age of consent is generally lower, I think it's something that can be handled socially beyond the age of 18. Maybe. I'd be willing to have a conversation about it. It's just my personal opinion that 20 should be like the minimum age of consent. I'm willing to concede with 18, but 18's the line. Like, that's the line, okay? Any lower than that, I don't give a shit if it's legal. I don't care. It is immoral and disgusting. 18 is the line, okay? 1000%, absolutely nothing below 18. That is a pretty generous line, if you ask me. If you can't abide by that, then f you. He also pointed to claims that Rose had produced large amounts of adult content, arguing that this complicated the narrative being pushed against him. The allegations have dominated online discussions in the streaming world, with reactions deeply divided. Some people are in favor of Destiny and are backing the streamers with facts and their own theories, while others are thrashing him all over social media for his questionable actions with minors. As of writing this, there has been no official action from any official body against Destiny. However, social media has been buzzing with their perspectives on the matter. This is from a couple days ago, I believe, August 22nd. This is being recorded August 24th. A lot's dropping on this story very quickly. Let's go over to Willie Mac Show, who I don't know that well, but apparently he's, apparently he's on top of this. This will be probably the last bit of this segment. I just wanted to see what's going on.
A few days ago, a Reddit post showed that the girl Destiny shared Pixie's nudes with was seemingly confirmed to be 17 years old due to her getting doxxed. There is almost a 0% chance that she was not 17 during that time. So I do what I usually do and
birth date is October 2004. She was 17 years old when Destiny was sexting her and trying to fly her out. Oof. Okay, yep, we have confirmation. She was definitely 17 in 2022. Started sexting her at the start of 2022 when she would have still been 17 and continued for many months, allegedly until she turned 18. We have the logs to confirm that he was sexting her from the start of 2022, but here's Destiny in his own words saying as much. Okay, I'm going to trust that the video says what that
There's
says.
almost a 0% chance that she was not 17 during that time. So I do what
Hold on. I'm about to meet up with a guy from Tinder for sex. Smiley face. I don't like that smiley face. It's too big. Oof, more sexy times. I'm calling my boyfriend while I do it all. I'll get him to record it all, and maybe I can send you some smiley face. Hell yes, make that fucker hold the camera steady, smiley face. He has his own place, so hopefully it can be a consistent source of content if it goes well. Ooh, that would be hot. So this is 4/19/2022. Her birthday is in October. She'd be 17. There you have it. He's like, this isn't confirmation that... This is a very inappropriate conversation to have with a 17-year-old. This is not good for him.
So I do what I usually do and reached out to get a comment. He said the girl, Rose, told him she was 19 and in college at the time, and that the leaker Solo, who is her...
Actually 17, she should be asking why that Solo guy had recorded like 60 gigabytes of porn with her. I'm pretty sure even Solo said she lied about her age to me in that KF thread somewhere. But like, you don't seem apologetic about it at all, right? Like, you're in complete defense mode. You know what I mean? Like, let's just watch.
Her ex-boyfriend confirmed that she lied about her age to him. This is true. In similar scandals, this is where people usually argue, is he lying? Did he actually know the age? Is it his fault if he was catfish? I usually wait.
He's a specialist in powering through the controversy until it blows over. I don't think he's getting past this one. Destiny has a lot of haters, man. He is known as a progressive. He is known as somebody on the left. Whether or not he owns that, whether or not you believe that, that's what people see him as, okay? He has done what I believe to be good work against right-wingers in his own special way, in his own special Destiny way, and he's gathered quite the hate mob, both from the left and the right. He has enemies on every, like, outflanking him on every side. He's not escaping this.
All the details to come out before I comment. This is not why I went to the police. It's because he continued to write. I didn't know this until way later, but the videos she recorded with other guys, the file names are like screen recording, blah, blah, blah. And then he shows me a screenshot of the top of a video clip and says her boyfriend was recording these on Skype calls. That's absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17. Well, this is insane to me because he's saying Rose's boyfriend recorded CP while
I'm gonna drink water. It's been a while since I've done that.
Sending me a screenshot of the alleged CP. So I asked to confirm if he just did that. If you were sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny replies, depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created copies of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's a...
Hold on. Sorry. Her BF was recording these on Skype calls. That's just absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17. If you are sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created a copy of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. Bruh, there's been allegations since at least my last vid that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her. I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all the important my dude, if you have... Okay, I'm trying to put myself in Destiny's shoes here. Let's give him the complete benefit of the doubt and say, like, yes, She lied to him. She said that she was 19. The videos he has in his possession currently are videos that he believes are of a 19-year-old, which is legal. You can have porn of a 19-year-old girl. That is legal, okay? At that point, she is an adult. But if she's 17, you are now in possession of the most illegal thing that you can possibly be in possession of. The fact that that is on your hard drive is like, I don't even know what to compare it to. Like, get that shit cleaned out. Clean it out. Like, get rid of it. Or at least consult an attorney about it or something. Like, what the fuck are you doing? That is insane. It's still illegal and wrong no matter if it's for evidence. Okay, I would consult a lawyer. I would talk to an attorney. I'd be completely open and upfront with this attorney, and I would say, hey, what do I do? If I had to guess, the attorney would probably say, dump that shit. Like, burn the hard drive. Take your entire computer, smash it to pieces with a hammer, and then burn it. Like, you can't have that. You cannot have that.
But yes, I created copies of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting to having alleged CP downloaded on his computer. He literally has the video open.
And why are you talking to Willie Mack's show about it? You know he's gonna go public with these DMs. What the f are you doing? What are you doing? Like, this is, like, his lawyer is, like, balled up in a corner sobbing his eyes out. Like, what the fuck? What you should have said to Willie Mack's show is, this is a private matter and I'm handling it. And then consulted your attorney about what's going on and whether or not you should delete it or put it on a separate hard drive or submit it to police. Like, all of this was handled entirely wrong. He's digging his own grave. I think that if you want my honest opinion here, I think that he's gotten out of so many, like, drama, confrontations, and situations where he's the center, like, the focal point. Like, he's always managed to worm his way out of trouble, and I think that he thought, like, he got a big head about it. He's like, oh, I can just meme my way through this, right? I'll just meme my way through this just like I did everything else. It ain't gonna work this time, buddy.
As I'm talking to him, I go,
bro. You did the thing. You did the thing that you cannot do. This is worse than what Dr. Disrespect did, and look what happened to him. He didn't get in legal trouble that I know of, but his reputation is irrevocably tarnished. Dr. Disrespect will now and forever be known as the guy who is, like, not sexting, but, like, having sexual conversations with children, even if he never gets in legal trouble for it. Destiny, this is worse. This is worse than Dr. Disrespect.
There's been allegations, at least since my last video, that she was underage. And you still have potential CP of her? He replies, I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all of the important/relevant conversations. He continues, I don't think I'm allowed to delete it, LOL. I don't know if it counts as hiding/destroying evidence. And I reply,
why are you talking to Willie Mack's show about that? That's exactly, talk to a lawyer. A lawyer is not going to get you in trouble. A lawyer is going to tell you what you're doing is illegal. Here are the steps to make sure that what you're doing is no longer illegal. They're going to tell you, okay? They're going to give you advice because that's their job. Again, giving him the maximum amount of charitability that which he doesn't deserve, but let's just be charitable here and say Destiny's innocent. The videos that he had in his possession, he truly thought were of a 19-year-old woman. A woman, a full-grown adult. He thought that. Now he's figuring out recently, oh my God, that video that I've had sitting in there for 2-3 years was actually of a minor. I have now possession of a video of a sexual nature of a minor. That is called CSAM, my man. You own CSAM now. You know that you own CSAM now. The thing to do is not to just, oh, lol, I don't know if I should delete. Talk to a lawyer. Consult a lawyer. If I ever, which I would never, because I'm not a dumbass, but if I ever found myself in a position even close to this, first thing I'm doing is consulting an attorney. Not Willie Mack's show. What the f are you doing?
To a lawyer, that seems crazy to me. Who keeps this sort of stuff on their computer without 100% knowing if they're supposed to or not? Isn't that something you want to confirm? I continued, you just let me know you have CP.
If you're having that on your PC, you should seek help. Like I said, being as charitable as possible. If he truly did think that that was a 19-year-old, but now he's finding out she's 17 and it's illegal to own that, just talk to a lawyer.
Videos saved to your computer. You knew it was alleged that she was underage. You still have them. Do you see how f***ed this is? So now I've confirmed that this guy has child porn.
And to be real, like, second best option, just nuke it. Just nuke it. Nuke it. What's the court gonna do? Say that you destroyed evidence? No, just nuke the content. Like, it is illegal to have it. Nuke it.
On his computer. In my 8 years of reaching out to people over allegations, I've never had anyone admit that to me. The last message he sent me was, 1, I don't even know 100% of her age was legitimately less than 8.
Let's put it this way. I'd rather get in trouble for deleting evidence than I would for having CSAM on my computer.
18 when these were taken. So basically, he's not 100% sure if he has child porn on his computer. He's just 99% sure. Got it. 2, I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case. I've talked about it with my...
You don't know if her age is actually under 18 and yet you continue to keep it. That's crazy.
My lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff. So he went from, I don't know if I could delete this, to my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know the law, but the idea that his lawyer would tell him to hold on to CP for a civil case just doesn't seem likely to me. I don't.
Just asking, isn't barely legal content on porn sites too often not even legal? I don't think so. I think it's fine to say barely legal. Like, I think that they might discourage that. Like, the sites individually might say you're not allowed to do it, but it's not illegal to say that. I think it's gross, but it's not illegal.
No, LawTube can figure that out. 3, if something were to come out of this, I don't know if I'd want to wipe everything and not have something to turn over to the authorities. If hypothetically, whenever a political creator is about to give a hypothetical, you know you're about to hear some weird...
I heard this line from him before. He's right. He's completely correct about this.
About to give a hypothetical, you know you're about to hear some weird shit. If hypothetically her boyfriend or whatever was actually trafficking her or getting her to fuck other dudes.
Let's just say hypothetically that an alien came down. An alien came down and started questioning me about these things. And he said, if you don't hand something over to me, then I will dissect you. What then? What if I don't have the CSAM to hand over? Yeah, checkmate, dumbass.
Dude's on video for him. And if there was ever some kind of investigation into that, am I hurting the chance of looking into him by deleting all...
You're literally painting a scenario where you're the hero. Oh, God. No, you don't understand. Having the CSAM on my computer makes me the hero, makes me the good guy. You see, I am taking on the amazing risk of securing the CSAM on my hard drive so that when her boyfriend who was trafficking her gets in trouble... This is convoluted as shit. Like, my God. The absolute pretzel nuts this motherfucker twist into to make anything that he does seem justifiable or defensible.
All of this stuff? Oh, so now the reason he's keeping the CP is because of a hypothetical criminal case that he is not pursuing at all.
Yeah, no, you're not the FBI. The only place that it is legal to have any of that shit is with the FBI because they're trying to stop it. Okay? They're the only ones that can legally have it.
Okay, maybe these reasons are legally sound advice that came from his lawyer. Maybe he's lying and just saying anything to make it sound better to me. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. I just know this guy's admitting to having CP in my DMs, 60 gigabytes according to him. Seriously, how does he know the amount if he doesn't have it? Also, how does her boyfriend being in the wrong somehow make Destiny in the right? It makes no sense. For all he knows, her boyfriend could have been 17 as well. Dude, you were 33. I reported this to the police and recorded my interactions and calls with the detective.
William, how you doing? It's Officer.
Good.
Hello, nice to speak with you again.
Good.
Sure.
I don't know Willie Mack show that well, but this is a W.
Screenshots or copies of the...
Yes.
There should be more of this, honestly. Like, if you honestly have, like, evidence that somebody is doing shit like this is not an inappropriate response. You should call police. I think he's setting a great example here.
Well, you guys spoke about having child porn and all that?
Yep.
I also sent him my DMs with Destiny. I don't know if...
It's unironically making me want to look at the standard operating procedure for these kinds of court cases, because I don't think a lawyer would recommend a client have CSAM on their computer for the sake of keeping evidence.
That's what I'm saying. You're automatically fucking implicated if it's on your hard drive. That automatically implicates you. The best you can say at that point is that I don't know how it got there. I don't know how it got there. And if it's true that, like, you don't know, or like it, like I thought that they were of age, right? Like, if you have evidence that you truly believe that that person was of age at the time of the recording, then you have a case, you know? And you should talk to a lawyer about what to do with the fact that you might potentially have CSAM on your computer that you thought was legal, okay? Like, at best.
Also, Willie is a slop tuber who drama farms all day, but he's doing a good job here. He's one of the guys who blew up the Vosh thing.
Gotcha. I figured that he wasn't like the best personality, but anytime, even if it's somebody I don't like, anytime somebody does a good thing and sets a good example for their audience, I'm going to praise them for it. Okay, so good job here to Willie Mac Show. I don't know him that well, but I am in fact handing it to Willie Mac Show. Very good job handling this. What was I saying? The best that I can possibly say is that Destiny is being extraordinarily idiotic here, like stupid, like the stupidest thing you can do. At worst, he knows that it's CSAM and he's fine with it. And frankly, I'm not willing to give him much credit.
If anything will come from this, I don't like leaking DMs, as me respecting what creators want on and off the record allows me to talk to all sides of the situation, builds trust with the creator, and also allows me to get follow-up statements for...
We should normalize leaking DMs of freaks, honestly. I'm fine with leaking DMs if it leads to good outcomes.
When the drama develops. But when you tell me that you're in possession of and going to remain in possession of CP, that confidentiality is over. I shouldn't even need to say that. If Destiny ends up being legally in the right to keep it, then fair enough. If he ends up getting charged, then I'm glad I did something. I'm just trying to do the right thing in a situation I've never been in before.
We didn't even get into the death threats that he made. Let's end with that. It's not as serious. To say that the death threat is the less serious end of this is crazy, but it's true. But I do want to cover it.
I am actually conflicted on this one, because I get Hassan's point that settlers and the IOF can take the L. But he did very specifically bring up Gila doing a night raid. So it's at the very least not good optics since people were guaranteed to farm this. But I'd never defend Destiny for saying that.
I understand where you're coming from, but I gotta say, the point that Hassan was making, I can't find the clip right now. It doesn't matter. The point that Hassan was making is that it doesn't matter who it is. And Gila did go on a raid with the IDF. She went on a night raid into a village that she called a terrorist village, where they went into people's houses illegally, and like, it was an act of terror. She was complicit in an act of terror. She was. And all Hassan's point is if during the time that Gila...
Don't forget that she did it because she was bored of sitting in the office all day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so if Gila is present during a IDF raid on a Palestinian village and she gets shot at, that is valid self-defense from that village. She's part of the invading force. That is not up for debate. That is simply, he brought up Gila specifically to drive the point home because she has been on one of those raids. All he's saying is during that time that she was present with the IDF in that village, if she had gotten shot at and hurt or even killed as a result, that would have been legal and justifiable. And he's not wrong. She was participating in that. And yes, she did it because she was bored of sitting in the office, which is crazy. It's just a crazy thing to admit. Like, literally a genocide going on over there right now. And you're like, yeah, you know, this one time when I was like part of the, you know, basically modern day Nazis, as an office worker, as a desk jockey, I was like bored one day and I was like, you know what? I want to see them like go on a raid. And I wasn't technically allowed to do that, but I thought, you know, I'm bored. I'll just go ahead and do it. And then I watched them like go into what I'm calling a terrorist village and literally like terrorize the people there. Okay. Her. Like, I just, obviously you shouldn't, like Hassan has said, the point is not that you should go kill her now. That's illegal and immoral. Don't do that. She's not currently in the process of infringing upon people's rights. His only point was that she has done that. And if during that process she gets hurt by the people defending themselves, that is an act of self-defense.
I was an office worker for accounting at Auschwitz, but got bored and did a raid of Anne Frank's home.
Yeah, you know, it's just a funny little thing we did.
What? Even the Nazis weren't this blatant? This is just far beyond the pale. It's actually unbelievable. Honestly, think you could perfectly justify attacking and killing Hassan IRL for statements like this. Wow. My cyber stalker cult.
I think this is on Kiwi Farms. I think this is on Kiwi Farms.
Community leader is saying that it's justifiable to attack and kill me in real life. That's definitely actionable, I'm pretty sure. It's also weird.
Hassan still never tried to explain anything to Ethan. I wouldn't believe him. You see it right here. Destiny is saying right here that it is perfectly justifiable to kill Hassan in real life. Destiny's words, his exact words.
Weird that this guy...
Which, mind you, even if Hassan were making a death threat to Gila Klein, it's still not justifiable to go and kill him. He should be arrested if he makes a death threat. It is not justifiable to commit a vigilante act of killing somebody. Okay, that's vigilantism. That's illegal. You can't do that. And also immoral. I think it's immoral to kill somebody just because they've made a death threat against somebody else. They should be arrested and charged with a crime. You don't kill them. That's crazy.
I guess to have a YouTube account. He said that today. Wait, that's
serious question. Why is Destiny on Kiwi Farms? I don't know, and I frankly don't care.
Today. If we're going to talk about this, the full context and the clip itself, you literally say if it were a part of an active raid in the West Bank or Gaza, that'd be a valid military target. Is so dumb. Yeah, it was linked in the mod chat. Okay, now you're calling for his deplatforming? I'm memeing. He committed a crime, by the way. Yeah, what the
Yeah, this is a crime. Like, and again, I must stress the lesser of the crimes that he's being, that we're covering today. This is the lesser crime. I should have covered this first and then gone into the CSAM that he allegedly has on his computer. That he's kind of more or less admitted to having, right? It's kind of wild. So yeah, that's a lot longer than I meant for it to go. I think we'll end it there, but Destiny, I don't give a shit about the good
I
work
asked
that he's
because
done
I
in
only
this
know
moment.
Kiwi Farms to be a Nazi platform. So it's funny for D to be on there while calling Hassan anti-Semitic.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard a lot of things about Kiwi Farms. I've heard that it's a Nazi cesspool, and I stay away from it personally. So the fact that he's on there is not the best look, but it's also not the point. The point is he made a direct death threat to Hassan, saying it is justifiable to attack and kill him in real life. He potentially has CSAM on his computer that he has admitted to, and I hope he gets in legal trouble. I truly do, both for the death threat and for the CSAM. He should be charged for both things, and deplatformed. I'm in favor of deplatforming him. He is directly calling for violence and committing illegal acts. Destiny admits to things on stream that Batman could never get out of me. That's what I'm saying. I think that there's a mentality that when you get enough power and prestige like Destiny's gotten, because say what you want, but having a platform as big as Destiny's is power. He has an actual pull in the real world to, move things around. He's not like the biggest mover and shaker, but he is one nonetheless. He has a lot of power in that regard. And once you get to that point, I think that you just want to see how much. I think some people have this mentality of how much can I get away with. To me, it feels like he's almost getting a kick out of it. Like he wants to try to meme his way out of this. He sees it kind of like a challenge. It's like really up. It's like terminal content brain almost. You know what I mean? That's my take anyway. Destiny's done good work. I don't give a fuck about it in this moment. He's a piece of shit, and he's doing illegal activity, and he needs to be stopped. Hi, thanks so much for watching and making it to the end of the video. I just wanted to let you all know that I love and appreciate everybody in my community, whether you can support me financially or just by liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. It helps way more than you know. That being said, I do want to give a very special thanks to my tier 4 subs, which would be Space Timid and Hot Take Andy. And thanks so much to my monetary subscribers from any of the tiered subs, or anybody who gives me money in any form, including going to my Patreon shop, donating money to me directly. It all helps way more than you know. If you do decide to help me financially, you can get some really cool perks like early access to content, exclusive access to censored videos, also some really cool badges next to your name. Even if you can't afford a monetary subscription, just watching, sharing, and commenting on my content helps way more than you know. Thanks again, and I will see you all in the next video.